What is the importance of art as an asset class and for the general public, and why should we care about what's sometimes perceived as an elitist hobby? For more on this, I'm joined by Makgati Molebatsi. She's an art consultant. Thanks so much for your time on SABC News.
It's a pleasure being here. Thanks for the invitation.
What is art?
Art is, when we look at art, different things. Art is what you see. It's cultural. It is something that the people, it shows what the current situation is. It's a cultural being, basically. And I know that people look at art as an elitist, something that people look at, but art is a cultural. It's cultural. Yeah.
And what's the economic value of art, specifically in the South African context?
The economic value of art, and as I said, we focus on the market value and the economic value of art, but there is a cultural side to art. People would go to museums, to appreciate art, to look at art. But I think in South Africa, we are focused too much on the market value of art. We're looking at galleries, we're looking at dealers, what it is being sold. But I think for me, what is more important is the cultural value of art.
In 2016, which is the last kind of measurement we had, we saw that South Africa imported more cultural goods than it exported. So it seems as though we're missing a trick in terms of being able to contribute to GDP and to our economy, because we've got a very vibrant art scene here in South Africa, but we're importing more than we're exporting.
In what way? Here we're talking more visual art. And I don't see many artworks that are produced by the rest of the world than South Africa. I see more of South African artists and more of South African artists, visual artists, getting more exposure internationally. But when you go to art fairs, and 80%, a bigger percentage of art that is being shown at art fairs and that is being sold at auction is by a South African artist. So I have not seen us importing any visual art from outside the country.
Okay. There's a perception that in order to get into art, in order to start collecting and also make money, you need to have a lot of money, millions of rands, before you can begin that process. Talk us through how someone...
It is a misconception, basically, because when you look at collecting art, when you look at the artist, you may collect an early career artist. If you acquire an early career artist, you will acquire that artist at a more reasonable price. But if you look at an established career artist, then their prices would have increased because they have put value into their career, and the career trajectory has put them at a point where their artworks are now valued at a higher prices. So honestly, you don't have to be a millionaire. You don't have to have millions of money for you to acquire art.
Thanks so much for your time on SABC News. Makgati Molebatsi speaking to us there about art and perhaps what you need to start doing before you collect. It's time for a short